You guys don't understand. I love them so much. I'm gonna literally start sobbing right now. I'm not kidding. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about the books that has made me uncontrollably sob my eyes out. We have quite a bit of books here. These are the only books that I can really think of on the top of my head that has made me sob my eyes out. Let's just get right into the video. So the first book I'm going to mention is actually a surprise. Like, when I picked this up, I was not expecting to cry as much as I did. That is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. When I picked this up, I thought this was going to be a cutesy little football romance. Boy, was I wrong. I was so freaking wrong. Don't get me wrong, the romance in here. Noah and Ari, perfection, my favorite book couple. Noah Riley is my favorite book boyfriend. And their relationship is cute, right? But it is so much more than that. I stayed up. Okay, I'm not lying when I say this, right? I stayed up until 4 a.m. to finish this book. Okay, imagine me, 4 a.m, sobbing my eyes out. And I feel like a lot of you know what Say You Swear is. This is also a love triangle. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. This is a love triangle. This did frustrate me at times, but like in a good way, you know? Like, I felt every emotion reading this. I felt bad for Ari. I felt bad for Noah. And then, I literally can't, I'm gonna cry right now. But the one part that really got to me, and I'm not gonna say because spoilers, you just need to read it. I don't want to say too much because I genuinely think that maybe you should go into this blind. Like 100%. You know, honestly, the back doesn't even tell you much. You need to read it. It's so good. 5 stars, infinity stars. The best book ever. The next 5 books are actually by the same author. So we have Catch the Sun by Jennifer Hartman. One of my all-time favorite authors. Every time I read one of her books, I'm crying. She writes very like emotional, tragic love stories that it does have a happily ever after, okay? But it is still very emotional and just, and this one, like jaw on the floor. What do you mean? Like, actually, what do you mean? Jennifer Hartman always gets me with her books. Always gets me. I love her so much. Oh, kissing you feels like catching the sun. No, I actually can't. This is also childhood friends to lovers. So they were friends when they were kids, like really little. I want to say at 7. When they were 7, they were best friends. They were inseparable, right? But they don't talk anymore, like at all. 7 years old, Ella Sunbury and Max Manning were inseparable until life scattered them in different directions, forcing Ella to abruptly leave town. A decade later, she returns for their senior year of high school, moving in across the street from her childhood best friend. But she's not the same girl Max once knew. She now lives in the shadow of her brother, a notorious felon on death row, convicted of a crime that shook the nation. Reeling from the fallout and shunned by her peers, all Ella wants is to fade into the background. Max has little room for distractions, juggling responsibilities for a disabled father and a distant twin brother, but Ella's return reignites something within him. He wants to be close to her again, to understand her, and to turn their friendship into more. But as their relationship blossoms, new tragedy strikes and darkness threatens to tip their delicate balance. In order to find the light, they'll have to navigate the shadows, and to catch the sun, they must first endure the flames. This book, oh my god, it broke me. And then we have June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. So this is actually foster siblings. So something tragic happens to Brant when he is 6 years old to his parents. And then he ends up moving in with his best friend and his parents, who have a daughter. Nothing happens with him and their daughter June until she's like, I want to say 18 or 19. And then from there, feelings grow, things start to develop. It's very forbidden. But oh my goodness, beautiful. Beautiful love story. I really enjoyed this. There is one particular scene in here that had me sobbing like crazy. I mean, I had to put the book down for a second and grab some tissues because what the heck? I knew something bad was going to happen because, I mean, it's a Jennifer Hartman book, okay? Something always happens in her books that will just break you. Want to know what happens to a man who barely claws his way out of a tragedy, only to fall right into the arms of the one girl in the world he can never have. Another tragedy. That's what. And then we have The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. This is actually the last book that I've read by her. I still have some more. I have a Jennifer Hartman shelf right up there. I still have more books I need to read by her. But this is like, I guess, the more recent book that I have read by her. So I started crying actually on the first chapter. I wasn't sobbing, but I just started crying. Immediately, sad. The one that really got to me in this, actually the epilogue. Yeah, the epilogue got me. What? I've never cried so hard in an epilogue before. It wasn't necessarily like super sad. Like, it's a happily ever after, but it did make me sob my eyes out that when I put this book down, I couldn't sleep. I finished this, I think, at like 1 a.m, and I actually couldn't sleep because I just kept thinking about this book, mainly the epilogue. We are both two broken souls, fractured in opposite ways. She loved and lost, and I was lost before I could ever love at all. Melody March had her future all planned out, and it was a fairy tale. Then, on her 5-year wedding anniversary, her dreams shattered. Her husband was cruelly ripped away from her, leaving her broken heart behind. But he left another heart behind too. His. Drowning in grief, Melody reaches out to her husband's heart recipient and seeks solace in a support group for fellow lost souls. She's determined to find the bright, optimistic woman she used to be, and the man with the only remaining piece for her husband, but she doesn't expect what else awaits her. Enter Parker, dark, brooding, and emotionally detached. He's Melody's opposite in every way. Yet she's inexplicably drawn to him. But as their bond burns brighter, so do the secrets that come to light, challenging everything they thought they knew about love and loss, grief and hope. Melody already lost her heart once. Now another heart holds the power to heal her or destroy her. Oh my goodness, my back is killing me. We have Older. This is age gap forbidden. She falls in love with her best friend's father. Yes, you heard that right. You heard that right. But it was really good, guys. It was so good. And I genuinely love them. I love them so much. Like, this was a book that I could not put down. I was thinking about it constantly. I stayed up late to finish this. I think I was up until like 3 a.m. I couldn't put it down. I needed their happily ever after. Like, I needed to know what was gonna happen. Before he discovered my age, he uncovered my heart. Bruised and abused and victim to a loveless household, I shimmered with new life the moment he found me, drowning my sorrows in a lake beneath the stars. A chance encounter, an unspoken connection. I was smitten, he was curious, but as everyone knew, fate could be decidedly cruel. He called me Haley, like the comet. I called him Reed, and my best friend, well, she called him Dad. And Haley struggles at home. So she ends up moving in with her best friend and her best friend's mom. But I guess I wouldn't say it's like forced proximity because he doesn't live there. Because him and his daughter's mom, like, they are not together anymore. He has his own place. But he does see her a lot because he does go over there a lot. And when everything, like, comes together in here, like, when, like, everything is, like, revealed about them together, I'm crying. Because what he does for her broke my heart. This was so good. And then we got Still Beating, which is the first book I read by Jennifer Hartman. And this is another book that I stayed up until like 3 or 4 a.m. to finish because I just couldn't stop. Like, I literally read it from the first chapter to the very end in one night. This is a dark romance. Definitely check your trigger warnings before reading this. It's between the FMC Cora and her sister's fiance, Dean. They do not like each other. One night, though, they do both get kidnapped by this crazy guy and are kept in his basement for weeks. And they end up forming this sort of bond after that. It is very, very sad, but so good. Oh, he puts his hand against my chest. It's still beating, he whispers. His words a soft kiss on my lips. As long as it's beating, you're okay. I think I might cry. When Cora Lawson attends her sister's birthday party, she expects at most a hangover or a walk of shame by the end of it. She doesn't anticipate a stolen wallet, leaving her stranded and dependent on her sister's fiancé, Dean Asher, her arch nemesis and perpetual thorn in her side. and she really doesn't anticipating getting knocked out and waking up chained in a madman's basement, Dean in his own shackles beside her. After 15 years of teasing, insults, and never-ending pranks, the ultimate joke seems to be on them. The two people who always thought they'd end up killing each other must now work together if they want to survive long enough to escape. But Cora and Dean don't know that their abductor has a plan for them. A plan that will alter the course of their relationship, blur the line between hate and love, and shackle them to each other long after they are freed from their chains. They're in this together, no matter what their unexpected bond might cost them. Okay, so the next is an entire series, because every book has made me sob my eyes out. So I'm not going to go into depth about each book. It would be the Boys of Tommen series. A very popular series. I'm sure you probably know what this is. I've cried at every single one of these books. So the first two books, Binding 13, Keeping 13, this is about Johnny and Shannon. Before reading this series, definitely check your trigger warnings because these are not light reads. I knew they were going to be emotional when I had first started this, from Binding 13, but I wasn't aware of the extent of how much this was going to impact me. I mean, I think about these characters constantly. I think about what they go through constantly, and it just breaks my heart. The ending of this one, brutal. Oh my goodness. I immediately needed to start Keeping 13 because, wow, my heart was in pieces. And then there's Keeping 13. Again, destroyed me, heart in pieces. However, there is an HEA. I was pretty happy with the ending. But wow, my heart. Just, Johnny and Shannon, they hold such a special place in my heart. I love them so much. They deserve the world. Oh, the way Johnny is with Shannon, okay? It's he falls first and so much harder. Oh my goodness. And he calls her Shannon like the river. Really my favorite nickname in a book. Shannon like the river. Oh, no, I can't with this. You guys don't understand. I love them so much. I'm gonna literally start sobbing right now. I'm not kidding. And then we have Saving 6 and Redeeming 6. This is about Joey and Aoife. Joey is Shannon's older brother, and this deals with addiction. And this is also where she saves him. So Joey struggles with addiction, and the main reason why he does is because of his home life. Shannon and Joey have had a terrible home life, but Joey has been like a parent to his siblings. He has four siblings? No, 3 siblings. No, he has 4 siblings. Never mind. He has 4 siblings. Shannon, who is the second oldest, and then there's Tig, Sean, and Ollie, and then him and Aoife. The way that she sticks by him through everything, and he does put her through it, but their love for one another, unmatched. It's phenomenal. She refuses to give up on him, and it's, you guys need to read this series, seriously. But definitely, if you are going to read this, check your trigger warnings, because they are very, very, very heavy. And then we have Taming 7, which is Gerard's book. Okay, Gerard Gibson. And Gibbsy is Johnny's best friend. I adore him. Oh my goodness, do I adore him. He is the class clown, funny guy. Love, love, love him so much. And I have been so excited for his book. Seriously adorable. I love him so much. And this is about him and Claire. This is a friends to lovers romance. You get glimpses of them in, well, they're actually a pretty big part in the other books too, but you get their relationship, what they're about, how close they are, and they are really close. They are very close friends. They are best friends. So Johnny and Gibbsy, best friends, right? But also Claire and Gibbsy. But theirs is more special because they have feelings for each other. They're just not gonna risk their friendship for it. I knew that his book was going to be heavy. Yes, he is a class clown. Yes, he is very unserious, but I knew that his book was going to be potentially serious because he obviously also has trauma. And what he went through is unbelievable. He deserves the world. He needs to be protected at all costs. Each couple in the series has like 2 books. And I want to say there's one more between Gibbs and Claire. Can't wait for that. And then we have Releasing 10, which is the newest release. This is about Huey and Lizzie. And this one has to be honestly the saddest one. No, my heart was breaking throughout this entire book. So this actually starts off with them as like kids, like really little. I think they're like 6. And it just goes through all the years of them as friends, because it's friends to lovers, childhood friends to lovers. They start off as friends. There we go. Lizzie, not a lot of people have liked her. The way she comes off in the other books, like she likes to pick a fight, as though she's very misunderstood. Her story is honestly, I think, might be the hardest one to read. She also struggles with bipolar disorder. So there's a bipolar representation in this. And the only like real escape for everything is Huey. He makes her feel safe, protected, loved, and their bond is everything. And I want to say that the next book of Huey and Lizzie comes out sometime in 2026. I don't know if it's early 2026 or if it's late 2026, but man, do I need that book. I need that book so bad. The ending of this is what really broke me and had me like the kind of sobbing where you can't catch your breath because you're crying so much. And I'm excited for the next book, but I'm also like terrified because I'm scared for the heartbreak. I'm scared for the tears. But yeah, I want to say there's actually supposed to be 2 more books on Huey and Lizzie. So that makes me more scared for the second book, because there's a good chance that the next one won't be a super happy ending as well. And then we'll have to wait for the 3rd book. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm a little scared. But yeah, so if you want to read the Boys and Tobin series, please check your trigger warnings. The next book is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I knew that it was going to be like obviously sad. It's a military romance. I had a feeling something sad was going to happen, something bad. Except I wasn't aware of the extent of how much this book was going to impact me. I feel like most of these books I wasn't aware of how much it was going to impact me. Honestly, except for like Still Beating and like every Jennifer Hartman book, I'm always like prepared. I'm going to cry. The rest, honestly, wasn't prepared. It's about Beckett and Ellie. Beckett was in the military with her brother, and Beckett had no one to communicate with, so Ellie and Beckett end up being pen pals while he's in the military. On like all the chapters, they have like a letter from like Ellie or from Beckett. Oh my goodness, I love this edition so much. Like, do you see this? This is Beckett, this is Ellie, twins. Oh my goodness, you're joking. Okay, so this is like the actual cover, like the actual book, The Last Letter. This one just came out, but I want to show this because it's pretty. So theirs is probably actually one of like my top like 5 favorite romances, like their love story. The ending of this is what broke me. It took a turn, was not expecting it to take that turn. I'm not gonna lie, probably a little uncalled for, to be honest. Or a lot uncalled for. Just be prepared. You want to read this? You need tissues. You need tissues. And then after you read this, read something happy, because you will be staring at a wall for an hour, processing what you just read. Hope is good. Feel it, because you have no idea what's coming around the corner. Okay, so the last book I'm going to mention isn't like a contemporary romance. This is actually a fantasy. It's actually a fantasy series, but I only have one of the books, so I'm just going to hold this up. That would be Zodiac Academy. Yeah, this one took me by surprise because I wasn't expecting for this entire series to turn into my entire personality. This is Zodiac Academy: The Awakening. This is the first book. I thought this was like, all right. I wasn't obsessed with it at this point. The second book is when I was like, all right, I'm feeling it. And then the third book is when I'm like, all right, I'm about to binge all of these books that are like 1,000-something pages. And that's exactly what I did. It did not take me long to finish the series. But there are actually 3 books in this series that made me stop my eyes out. The first being Shadow Princess. That ending, what the heck? I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel a little empty inside. And then the second book, or the next two books, because it's actually a tandem read. You got to read them together. Sorrow and Starlight and Beyond the Veil. Can't really say a whole lot about these books because I don't want to spoil it. But yep. Series literally took over my entire life. Like, I woke up thinking about these characters. I went to bed thinking about these characters. I mean, like, they were literally always on my mind. I still think about them. Darius Acrox. Oh, Lance Orion. Oh my goodness. My favorite man in the entire series is Lance Orion. Like, I am an Orion girly. Okay, him and Darcy. Professor Student. Oh, I ate that up. And then Darius and Tori. Oh, enemies to lovers. And when I say enemies to lovers, I mean enemies to lovers. Like, true enemies to lovers. Shadow Princess, Sorrow and Starlight, and Beyond the Veil. Yeah. I was actually crying a lot during Beyond the Veil and Sorrow and Starlight. Like, I mean, I was sobbing. Like, almost every chapter. What happened? Yeah, that's all the books. That is all of the books. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you decide to read any of those books, don't blame me for your emotional damage. You watched this video. I told you these were gonna make you cry. But I do recommend them. Yeah, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.